My childhood ended very early. I was 7, my brother was 5 when it happened. Something I'm still scared to remember. I loved my grandmother. My grandmother's house, the garden with its tree the size of a 3-story building. I remember slowly going up the old stairs into the house. The air in the house was cool, a bit damp, and it smelled like flowers. My grandmother's house was old, bright, and warm. My parents used to leave my younger brother and me there for a whole summer and leave for the city, and we spent our carefree childhood there. That summer, Mom and Dad had also left us with Grandma. I remember the day my grandmother's house became our fortress very well, the day I had to grow up. It happened in the middle of summer. We had already gotten used to living there and made some friends. I was friends with the girls next door and was often spending time in their yard. My brother was in my grandmother's yard that day. The girls and I decided to invite him to play with us, so we called him, but he didn't respond. We called out louder again and again. Then I finally decided to just go and get him. When I came into the yard, I heard his voice behind the house. I ran to the backyard, following the sound of his voice, and saw my brother standing on a hill next to our tree, tilting his head up as if he was talking to it. I saw no one but the tree there. When I came closer, I slightly pushed him, and my brother turned around. He had a strange expression on his face. He wasn't scared, more like a little angry. "Why'd you push me?" My brother looked at me angrily, and I answered, "I was calling you. Why didn't you respond?" He pointed up. "She told me to go with her, and I said that I have to ask my grandmother's permission, and she said..." "Who told you what?" I interrupted. "Well, the lady." My brother pointed somewhere up. I looked, but I saw nothing. It felt creepy. I checked exactly the place my brother was pointing to once again. There was nothing there, just the tree, branches, and sky. "Cut it out. You want to come play? We need another player." I grabbed my brother's hand and we ran off to our friends. When we reached the corner of the house, I stopped. I felt like someone was watching us. I turned around and there was no one there, just the tree. I guess it was nothing, I thought. That evening, my grandmother treated us to her pies. Oh, they were so delicious. It was only later, when my grandmother had passed away, that I realized the taste of these wonderful sorrel pies were gone from my life forever. She took it with her. But at that moment, my brother and I were stuffing our faces, not thinking about anything. We even forgot about the strange incident in the garden. We were happy. That night, I woke up and was feeling cold. I opened my eyes and shivered. The window was wide open. The curtains were blowing in the wind. It wasn't that dark in my room, and I could see my brother standing on his knees on the bed, which was by the window. He was muttering something. I listened. It was 2 voices. One voice was my brother's, kinda quietly laughing, and the second was saying something like, "Pie, pie, pie." I got scared, and I called my brother quietly. "Hey, did you open the window? It's cold. Who's there?" But my brother didn't hear me. He kept talking to someone. At first he was murmuring, and then he clearly said, "Yeah, I'll be right there." He got out of bed and walked towards the exit. Then I quickly jumped out of bed and grabbed his hand. "Where are you going?" My brother turned to me. His eyes were closed. He was mumbling something and laughing. I was very scared. Outside the window, I heard a voice getting louder and louder. "Pie, pie, pie." My brother started pulling his hand out. I had to hold him tighter. I called my grandmother. I was very scared. My brother was pulling at his hand, and the voice outside the window started to wheeze. It was a female voice, low and scary. "Pie, pie, pain!"